guys, it's Fan Girl Jena again with our tailgate food special of the week. Stacy, what are we making today?
We are going to do 3 different desserts today, Gemma. So, and all of them are going to be ready in a matter of minutes. That's the best part.
Nice.
You can use really simple products and turn them into something delicious. So, This first one is, since we're getting into fall time and pumpkin is sounding good to everybody, I know it's all over Facebook, all over Pinterest, everybody's talking about it right now. So, this is one of my favorites. It's called a pumpkin spice pumpkin chow. So, it's an alternative to that typical one with the chocolate and the peanut butter. This is really,
which is
really
also
good.
delicious,
Exactly.
but this looks amazing.
It's so good for fall. So all you do is, I just microwaved here a couple things.
Okay.
This is a mixture of Biscoff spread, which if you've never heard of this stuff, it's absolutely incredible. It's a European shortbread cookie spread. So this is a nice alternative to peanut butter. I swear it tastes like cookies. It is so good. So all you're going to do is take a jar of that, along with a bag of white chocolate chips. I like the Ghiradelli brand the best.
Of course.
They're just the best. They're going to melt nice for you every time. They're delicious. The other thing you're going to add into this mixture that's already melted out for me is some pumpkin pie spice. And you can do this to taste. It's however much you like. I like to add a good tablespoon. I really want to taste that flavor in there for fall time. So I'm going to give this a really good mix. Make sure it's combined. And then we're going to get good and messy. So anybody that's ever made pumpkins or puppy chow in general and knows how messy this process can be. So once you melt down your mixture, what I like to do is I like to spread out my Crispix, and this is the one that I use. It's my favorite, but you can use any other kinds of checks. I spread it out in a nice big pan, so at least a 13 by 9. If you have something bigger, that's awesome. I have an even bigger one at home.
Well, yeah, it'll go.
It
I'm sure it'll go quick because it's really easy to eat. So have backups at the tailgate.
Exactly. So put a bunch of that in there.
Goodness gracious.
Pour that over.
That looks. Can we just eat it like this?
Yep.
This is basically all you need. Honestly, it's out of the bowl.
It smells so good. You guys are missing out.
You guys need smell-o-vision right now.
Yeah, we really do. So once we get that all in there, we're going to get really messy and start to stir this up. So use your spatula, use your hands if you really want to. If you feel like licking them afterwards, that's fine. Whatever you want to do. Nobody's going to judge you.
Guys and the bartender are here right now for that one.
That's right. That's true.
I'm going to keep this PG.
There you go. So once you get this all mixed up, you want to make sure that all of your pieces are coated good, because once you put on that powdered sugar, you want to make sure that it sticks to every piece. So get this well coated. And then all you're going to do is take as much powdered sugar as you like and pour that in here as well. Ooh. And you're going to continue to stir.
Lordy.
You want to make sure all that gets nice and coated. The other thing that I like to do at this point is, with my powdered sugar, I like to put in a little bit of extra pumpkin pie spice. I love the flavor of this stuff.
Oh yeah, that looks amazing.
The other one you can use that's really good, if you don't have the pumpkin pie spice on hand, you can use apple pie spice.
Oh,
or if you just have a mixture, really pumpkin pie spice is just a mixture of some nice fall herbs, which is like some nutmeg, some cinnamon, a little bit of cloves. If you have some allspice on hand, you can use that. So whatever sounds good or whatever you have on hand.
Right.
So you're just going to keep mixing this up, and this does take a little bit, just a couple of minutes, because you want to make sure this is good and coated. And then once it's done, you can throw it in Ziploc baggies and just take it right out to your tailgate. This can be done.
And I was going to say too,
before.
an easy way you can probably also do this is to put this stuff in big Ziploc bags and just shake it.
Absolutely, yes. Ziploc baggies, or you could use a big paper bag if you have leftover Martin's bag on hand. Throw it in there and give it a good shake, and it'll coat it nice and easy for you. And that's about it, Jen.
Yum.
That's number 1. You want to give it a try?
Heck yeah, I do. This is amazing.
Yes, are you seeing this? And it's so warm. Oh yeah. This is the best way to eat it when you first make it.
Oh man. Are you kidding me right now? This is gonna have to be empty before it's over.
Oh yeah.
Could I snack on this during the other one?
Yep. And how long did it take? 5 minutes. You know,
nothing.
Nice and easy.
And and like we're just saying, I mean, if you want to mix all this stuff together, throw it in a bag. You can even mix it tailgate.
Yeah, exactly.
Got kids in the car?
Yes. Kids, give them a job and make them get their exercise of the day. Give it a nice good shake, and you're done. Very easy.
Thumbs up. Next up on our multi-part tailgate segment today, we have yet another amazing looking dessert. So So what do we got now?
So this next one, again, is going to be ready in a matter of minutes. It's called the Captain's Rum Balls. Ooh. So obviously, when you're looking at the tailgate, you know you're always bringing something to drink. So this pairs really, really well. So make sure you have rum on hand today.
I don't think that's a problem.
No, that usually isn't. So this is very simple. All you're going to do is you're going to take some vanilla wafers. You can use any brand. And just crush them up in the food processor until they're nice and fine, almost like a powder. Okay. And you're going to dump those into the mixer. And then I also have some nuts. Now you can use any kind of nuts you like. The key here is to toast them first. You get so much more flavor out of them. You can throw them on the stovetop, a little skillet, and just get them until they're a little bit brown and you start to smell them. Or you can throw them on a sheet pan in the oven. It takes about 10 minutes on 350. Just don't go overboard. So you can definitely then just grind those up, and you can smell the toasted flavor in those. And this is just walnuts, because that's what I had on hand in the cooking school. You can use any nut you like. Pecans would go really well in here as well.
Walnuts are usually pretty good for balls.
Oh yeah, walnuts are kind of like the classic pairing in these, so figured we'd just go that way today. The other thing is just a little bit of cocoa powder. Okay. I'm gonna toss that in. And then last but not least, some powdered sugar. More sugar. Oh yeah, gotta have the sugar. You can get all of that in there. We're just gonna give this a quick mix. Low speed, just to get it combined for a second.
While you do that, get some more colors.
There you go. All right. That's looking pretty well combined. So then we're going to start to add our liquid components. So I have two of those. One is obviously our rum. So I'm using Captain Morgan today since it is the Captain's Rum Balls. So throw that in here. And then the other thing you're going to need is just a couple tablespoons of corn syrup. And you can use light or dark for this, depending on what you like. And all this does is it binds these together. So if you don't have your corn syrup in there, they're not going to stick together as balls very well for you. Gotta make sure you have this. A couple tablespoons of that. And we're going to see how this goes. We may do a little more or a little less depending. And we're just going to give this a mix and see if they start to form a ball. What you want to see is when this mixture starts to come together, it'll kind of form a ball in the center of your mixture, and then you know it's ready. So it should only take a quick sec here. It's looking good, it's smelling good, I can smell the rum. Alright, so we got this off the mixer, and now's the time, just like when we had our puppy chow, that it's going to get a little bit messy in here. So, this is a nice sticky mixture from that powdered sugar and from our corn syrup. I'm going to set this aside, and then all we're going to do now is we're going to use some extra powdered sugar. We're going to turn this into little balls. Roll it with our hands. Jenna knows how to make these.
Oh yeah.
Just
I made some red balls in my
Oh yeah. And it's just gonna come into a nice little ball. All you're gonna do is put it in your powdered sugar, give it a good shake, and then the best thing to do at this point is put them in a single layer. You can use a sheet pan for this. I just have a plate here since we're not making that many at the time. But if you use a nice 13 by 9 pan and put some parchment paper or wax paper in between your layers, you're going to be set. And then just make sure you cover these, and you're going to pop them in the fridge. The best thing to do would be to make these the day before. Let them set up overnight. They're going to set up nice and good for you. They're going to dry out a little bit. They're going to be much easier to eat. But they are edible at this point. There's nothing in them that's going to get bad if you leave them outside. That's going to be this. Set them out. They're ready to go, just like that puppy chow.
I will say beware the powdered sugar might melt if it's hot.
Yes.
So just beware of that part. But that'll only happen if they're out for like hours and hours. And it's
exactly.
hot, but yeah, I need to try this.
Oh yeah.
Just like Mama made them. Oh yeah. Chocolate and rum. Yep. And sugar. Can't get better than that, right?
That's right.
Another thumbs up. Alright guys, one final dessert for the segment, and this looks awesome. So
that's right. We
finally, what do we got?
Of course. So since Notre Dame is playing Oklahoma at home this weekend, we wanted to make sure we did something in the Irish theme.
Oh yeah.
So I created this recipe based on Notre Dame. It's called the Tipsy Leprechaun Trifle. Woo! So there's a couple ways you can do this. If you have a trifle dish, usually they're glass, they're pretty heavy, kind of awkward to carry out to tailgates.
And breakable.
Very breakable, especially after too much Bailey's. So you don't, if you want to do that, that's totally up to you. If you feel feel safe. The other way you can do it is you can use just little plastic cups and do like individual portions of this. So your recipe's gonna call for the trifle dish. If you wanna do it in individuals, that's fine too. Put some plastic wrap on top, take them out, they're ready to go, they're already in portions. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're gonna take some of Martin's brownie bites. These are amazing by themselves. They come about this big, and I cut them in quarters. And aren't they awesome? They taste really like fudgy homemade
They are good.
So
I'm impressed.
Oh yeah. Then you would never know they were from a package, which is awesome. So we're gonna take these and we're gonna throw them down in our little cup. Just put a few in there. And then we're gonna take some of this Bailey's. This is a Bailey's with a hint of mint chocolate. Oh wow. This is really, really good, obviously with the leprechaun theme. And you're gonna throw this in there and just basically all you're gonna do is just soak your brownies a little bit. And as this sits, the best way to do this is to do it early morning. Let it sit in the fridge for a little bit, and the longer it sits, it's going to get even better because it's going to soak up that alcohol.
Bailey brownies.
Oh yeah. And then you're going to take, this is just a package of the Jell-O chocolate pudding mix. Okay. You're going to use 2 packages along with 3 cups of milk. Now normally when you make pudding, it would be 4 cups of milk. You want this to be a little bit thicker. Okay. I also put in a little splash of that Bailey's just to add to the theme. You can, if you want to, you don't want to, don't bother. Okay. And you're just going to take some of this and layer this in.
Wow.
Okay.
And it looks like brownie batter. It's so
thick. Yeah. And then you're going to take, this mixture here is just 1 container of Cool Whip, along with some green food coloring and some peppermint extract, and then along with a little bit of vanilla. And that recipe's in there. Yeah, very, very easy. The other thing you could use if you have it on hand is a peppermint liqueur. You can put that in here as well. You'd still you'd add to the alcohol content if you want to do that. Totally up to you. Any problems? No. And then, of course, with that bright green color, this is going to look very Irish-like.
Oh yeah.
So spread that around, get it to the edge of your cup, make it look really cool. So that's the first layer, and then you're just going to repeat it. Get these all the way to the top. You're going to make it look really, really cool.
Awesome.
So layer these brownies in, and then we're going to do another little shot of our Bailey's. And some more pudding. And your cups are going to get nice and full. There we go. Layer that in. And then last but not least, another layer of our cool green Cool Whip.
Awesome.
Layer that on. The other thing you could do at this point, if you wanted to do a little garnish, some crushed Andes mints would be really good on top, or some mini chocolate chips, something like that. But you can see it's nice and layered in.
Like whipped cream.
Oh yeah,
green sprinkles.
Yeah,
something.
Anything you want. If you have something on hand you want to get rid of, go for it. So that's ready to go. And Jenna's going to take a nice big taste and try not to spill all over the place. So I'm excited to make a pretty messy one.
Let's see. I'll try to get everything in the bites here. This will be interesting. You're about to see me very messy.
Oh yeah.
Also glad Rags and Bartender are not here.
That's right. Really good, right?
It's so good.
That's a nice hint of mint. It's not overpowering. You got a nice balance between the mint and the chocolate.
And you can really taste the Bailey's.
Oh yeah.
And it's not like an overpowering alcohol taste either. It's just smooth. Awesome.
That's right.
Thank you very much, Stacey. Done. If you guys want to create any of these, check our website at thefanmishjena.com, and we will. Dang it, they screwed that in. Wait a second. It's because I'm like chewing. Hang on, Zach.
I'm out.
Or like a big brownie in my mouth. Trying to talk. No, that's not cute. Okay. Actually, why don't we, I'll just do this so you can pick up right where it was.
Okay.
I was gonna say we could add the other 2.
Oh, yeah.
But, because there's only half of it. Did you need to talk about anything for the good school?
No.
Okay. Alright. All of these desserts were awesome. Thank you very much, Stacey. We're at the Martin School of Cooking, and if you want to recreate some of these, a lot of the ingredients came right from this store. So take these out to your tailgate. Notre Dame, Oklahoma this weekend. This one would look awesome on the table. Everything tastes amazing. So take it out, have a great time. Go Irish.
Go Irish.